The phone trembled in my hand as I stared at the unfamiliar number lighting up the screen, her boss's name flashing like a warning siren. It was 2 a.m., and Sarah wasn't home yet. Overtime, she'd said with that too bright smile earlier, but the knot in my gut screamed otherwise. I let it ring, heart pounding, until voicemail kicked in. That was the night everything shattered. We'd been married 8 years, the kind of couple people envied. Lazy Sundays with coffee and crosswords, whispered dreams of kids someday. I was the steady one, a software engineer grinding away at code while she climbed the corporate ladder in marketing. Lately, though, she'd changed. Longer hours, new perfumes, that distant glaze in her eyes when we'd talk. Just stressed, babe, she'd murmur, pecking my cheek before vanishing in her phone. I wanted to believe her. God, I did. It started small. A lipstick stain on her collar one evening. Deep crimson, not her usual nude. Must have smudged from lunch, she laughed, but her eyes darted away. I nodded, denial wrapping around me like a warm blanket. Then came the texts. I glanced at her screen while she showered, seeing Mark pop up with emojis I didn't recognize. Work stuff, she'd say if I asked, voice a touch too sharp. Suspicion gnawed at me, a quiet rot in my chest, but I pushed it down. Trust was our foundation, right? Cracks don't mean collapse. One weekend, she forgot her laptop open. I wasn't snooping, at least that's what I told myself, but an email thread caught my eye. Can't wait for our meeting tomorrow. Winky face. Mark. My stomach dropped. I scrolled, breath shallow, uncovering messages laced with innuendo. Last night was incredible. Miss your touch already. Heartbreak hit like a freight train, denial crumbling into raw pain. How long? Why him? I confronted her that night, voice steady despite the storm inside. Sarah, who's Mark really? I asked over dinner, fork hovering midair. She froze, then forced a chuckle. My boss, silly. What? The emails. I saw them. Her face paled, eyes widening in that split second of guilt. It's not what you think. We're just close. We're friends. Friends who talk about touching. Anger surged, hot and unfamiliar. Tell me the truth. She broke then, tears streaming. It was a mistake. He pursued me, made me feel seen. You've been so distant with your job. Distant? I've been killing myself to support us. Betrayal twisted the knife, her words blaming me for her choices. We argued until dawn, her apologies hollow against the collapse of our world. Trust evaporated, leaving only ashes. I stewed for days, anger festering into something darker. Mark was married too, with kids, a picture-perfect life on LinkedIn. Sarah begged for forgiveness, swearing it was over, but I couldn't unsee the lies. Suspense built in my mind. Should I walk away quietly? No, they didn't deserve mercy. The idea hit during a sleepless night. His wife. I found her number online. Easy enough in our connected world. My finger hovered over call, heart racing with a mix of vengeance and regret. What if I was wrong? But the emails replayed, fueling the fire. Hello. Her voice was warm, unsuspecting. Hi, is this Emily? Mark's wife. Yes, who's this? I took a breath. You don't know me, but your husband is sleeping with my wife. Sarah from work. I have proof, emails, texts. I'm sorry to do this, but you deserve to know. Silence stretched, then a gasp. What? No, that can't. I read snippets aloud, voice cracking despite my resolve. She sobbed, the sound mirroring my own hidden grief. Thank you, she whispered before hanging up. Chaos erupted. Mark's world imploded. Divorce papers, job loss amid the scandal when HR got wind. Sarah? Fired too, her reputation in tatters. She moved out, eyes hollow with regret. You ruined us, she hissed during our last fight. No, I replied, voice steady now. You did. Months later, alone in our empty house, I reflect on the wreckage. Heartbreak lingers, a dull ache, but there's closure in the truth. Betrayal's sting fades, replaced by wary hope. I destroyed their lives with that call, but in the ruins, I reclaim mine. Trust may rebuild someday, but I'll never ignore the cracks again.